Good day everyone. In this video, we are going to be discussing about Region 7 or is also known as Central Visayas. The outline for this lesson is first the introduction to the region, then the point of access, major tourist attractions, tourism activities, accommodations, culinary traditions, food and gastronomy, festivals and special events, major cultural and ethnic groups, major industries, language and dialect, travel and interesting trivia, and lastly, proposed tour itineraries. So let's get right into it.
The Region 7 or Central Visayas is located at the center of the Philippine archipelago between the major island of Luzon and Mindanao. Central Visayas is one of the 8 anchor tourist destinations in the country and one of the super regions in the Visayas which strength is tourism. For the history, region first introduced in September 24, 1972 when the Philippine provinces were organized into 11th region by President Ferdinand Marcos on Presidential Decree No. 1 as part of the Integrated Reorganization Plan. The provinces of Cebu, Bohol, and Negros Oriental, including the sub-province of Siquijor, were grouped together to form the Central Visayas region. The region's name was mostly chosen by the American colonists to indicate the centrality of the island within the bigger Visayas area. Maraming proposal para i-rename ang region. They wanted to rename as Cebu region, which is the former name of the kingdom prior to Spanish colonization in 16th century. The name refers to the former kingdom of the region, the Rahanape of Cebu. For the provinces, the Central Visayas consists of 4 provinces and 3 highly urbanized cities. Cebu, known for being one of the most developed provinces in the country, and its capital, Cebu City, which is named as the Spring City of the South. Bohol is the 10th largest island in the Philippines, and its capital, Tagbilaran. Negros Oriental is one of the largest land masses in the Philippines and an important agricultural center, dominated by the sugar industry and its capital, Dumaguete City. Siquijor, known as the Isla del Fuego or Island of Fire during the Spanish colonial period, and its municipal Siquijor. The urbanized city, Lapu-Lapu City, formerly known as Ukon. This is where the Mactan International Airport located. And Mandaue, located right at the heart of the province of Cebu. It is one of the 2 highly urbanized cities in the region along with the Cebu City. For the geographical features, the Central Visayas consists of 2 major island provinces of Cebu and Bohol. Kasama na rin ang maliit na isla ng Siquijor and several outlying islands. Kasama rin ang silangang bahagi ng malaking isla ng Negros. The strait or kipot ng Cebu and Panion are also part of the region as well. Ang rehiyon ay napapaligiran ng Visayas Sea sa Hilaga, Negros Occidental sa Kanluran, Bohol Sea sa Timog, and Isla ng Leyte sa Silangan. For the languages, the major languages spoken in this region are Cebuano, Boholano, Bantayanon, Porocanon, Hiligaynon, at English. And for major cultural groups in this region are Cebuanos and Boholanos.
Next, we will be discussing the point of access. Cebu and Bohol serve as a jump-off point to some provinces in Mindanao. Considered as the country's international gateway is the Mactan Cebu International Airport, and this one is the main gateway to the region from various domestic and international destinations. So other international gateways in Region 7 is, as I've said, the Mactan Cebu International Airport, the Tagbilaran City Airport, and the Dumaguete Airport. Now moving on to the maritime route, how to get there by sea. To Go Travel offers regular ferry trips from Manila to Cebu and vice versa. Several shipping companies offer daily trips to Tagbilaran from Cebu, Cagayan de Oro, Dipolog, Dumaguete, and Manila. The province of Siquijor is generally accessed through its three seaports, and these three seaports are located in Larena, Lazi, and Siquijor. Various shipping companies offer daily trips from Dumaguete, Tagbilaran City, and Iligan City. So, other maritime routes in this region is the Cebu International Port, Tagbilaran City Tourist Pier, Larena and Siquijor ports, and the Dumaguete Port. For the land route, the cities and municipalities within the province are connected through a network of concrete roads. So private vans and car rentals are available to move from one place to another around the region, as well as other public modes of transportations such as the multicabs, the small jeepneys, tricycles, motorcycles to get around the towns. For their train and bus service, the Cebu South Bus Terminal, or the CSBT, is a bus station located in Cebu City, Philippines. It is operated by the Cebu Provincial Government, and the station is a hub for buses servicing southern Cebu and nearby provinces such as Negros Oriental, Negros Occidental, and Zamboanga Peninsula. Next, I am going to discuss the major tourism attractions in Region 7. I have divided this into three: the natural attractions, the man-made attractions that were built for tourism, and the man-made attractions that were not built for tourism. First, on the natural attractions is the Chocolate Hills. It is a geological formation in the Bohol province of the Philippines. It is undoubtedly the most famous Bohol tourist destination in the province's face. It is called Chocolate Hills because they are covered in green grass that turns brown during the dry season. Other tourists would even call it as Hershey's Kisses because of its shape. Next natural attraction is the Panglao Island. And if you're a tourist who loves to go to the beach, then Panglao Island is definitely for you. It is known for its white sand beaches and diving site. Panglao Island never disappoints its visitors. Aside from the stunning beaches, its marine life makes it a snorkeling and diving spot as well. Cambugahay Falls. Located in the town of Lazi in Siquijor, Cambugahay Falls is considered one of the most beautiful waterfalls in the Philippines. Cambugahay Falls is a catch for tourists because of its turquoise clean and warm water originating from natural springs. Next, Lobok River. A Bohol tour would be complete without hopping on the famous Lobok River cruise. Tour guides usually bring their guests here for lunch while exploring the Lobok River. At the middle of the tour, your cruise will stop by at a place where the locals will play musical instruments and perform traditional dances. Moving on into the man-made attractions that were built for tourism, we have the Sirao Flower Garden. Sirao Flower Garden is one of the top Cebu attractions, and you can find different kinds of flowers in the farm like celosia. Next are the man-made attractions that were not built for tourism. First is the Magellan's Cross. This attraction is located in Cebu City. Magellan planted the cross to signify this important event about the propagation of the Roman Catholic faith in what is now Cebu in the central Philippines. Next is the Fort San Pedro. It is one of the most visited tourist spots in Cebu City. Similar to Manila's Fort Santiago, it served as a military defense structure during the 17th century. Spanish conqueror Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, who founded the earliest settlement in Cebu, had the initiative to build this fort. Besides what I have mentioned, there are also other tourist spots in Region 7 that you can visit. In Bohol, there is the Blood Compact Memorial, Baclayan Church, Clarin Ancestral House, Punta Cruz Watchtower, Bohol National Museum, the Gohoy Marker, Philippine Tertiary Sanctuary, Lobok River, Abatan River, Balikasag Island, Pamilacan Island, Mag-Aso Falls, Hanging Bridge at Sevilla, Bilar Mahogany Forest. In Cebu, there's the Heritage of Cebu Monument, Magellan Marker, Lapu-Lapu Monument, University of San Carlos, Liloan Lighthouse, Olango Wildlife Sanctuary, Mactan Island, Nonok Cave, Bantayan Island, Malapascua Island, Camotes Island, Kawasan Falls, Mualboal, Taoist Temple, Fuxian Temple, Mandaue Mactan Bridge, Plaza Independencia, Fuente Osmeña Park, and Tops. In Siquijor, there is the Church of Francis of Assisi, San Isidro Labrador Church, Kang Isok Old House, Cambuhagay Falls, Cantabon Cave, Tulabos Marine Sanctuary, San Juan Beaches, San Juan Capilay, Spring Park, Mount Bandilaan Nature Park, Old Balete Tree. In Negros Oriental, there's the Silliman University, the Dumaguete Bell Tower and Cathedral, Casaroro Falls, Lake Balanan, Apo Island, Mabinay Caves, White Sandbar, Manjuyod, and Dolphin Watching Bay in Bays.
Tourism activities in Region 7 or in the Central Visayas. First province is in Bohol. Bohol has many adventure activities, and these are bike sip and wave runner, ATV rental, the famous tertiary conservation area, bird floating restaurant in Lubok, swimming in Hanagdan Cave, snorkeling and diving in Panglao Island. Next, in the province of Cebu, experience canyoneering in Kawasan Falls, dive and see the Malapascua Island, commune with the nature being on the top hill in Sirao Garden, hike to Osmeñan Peak, climb the 81 step of the temple. Next is in the Negros Oriental, scuba diving in Apo Island, bird watching in the Twin Lake in Balinsasayo and Danao, climbing in the Mount Canlaon, dolphin watching in the Visayas. Next is Siquijor, fish spa under the mysterious balete tree, back massage and swimming in Lugnason Falls, mountain biking, snorkel on San Juan Beach, ride a scooter to see the tourist spot in Siquijor.
For the accommodations, Region 7 will offer you a lot of resorts and hotels to choose from. They have the budget ones, which are less than 1,500 pesos per night, mid-range, which are 1,500 to 3,000 pesos per night, and the high ends, which are at least 3,000 pesos per night. On your screens, you can see a list of all the hotels and resorts that you can choose from while you stay at Region 7, and these are all according to their prices. Okay, so for the culinary traditions, food and gastronomy in Region 7, let's start off in Bohol. They have the tablea, barquillos, calamay, peanut kisses, broas, bibingka, maruya, biko, and torta. In Cebu, they have the lechon, danggit, dried and fresh mangoes, chorizo de Cebu, maza real, torta, rosquillos, bibingka. They also have binignit, biko, ampaw, puto, and sikwate. They have salvaro, ngohiyong, and in Siquijor, they also have the torta, pan bisaya, peanut ball, banana chips, salwaki, and lomboy wine. In Negros Oriental, they have the Silvanas, Sans Rival, Budbud Kabog, and the Dumaguete Express.
Festival and special event in Region 7 or in Central Visayas. First in Bohol. Bohol has 9 festival and event yearly, and these are Ubi Festival was celebrated during January, Sandugo Festival held during month of July, Bulingbong Festival celebrated during May, Tagbilaran Festival was celebrated during May 1st or start 9 days of May, Agbunan Festival held each 28th of June, Suroy sa Musikero was celebrated at Lubok during December 25 to February 2, Sambat Mascara Y Regatta celebrated during first Saturday of December. Sidlak sa Musikero, August 30 until September 8. Pahinungon Festival celebrated May 1 to 10. Next, in Cebu, Sinulog Festival was famous and number 1 festival in Cebu. It was celebrated every 3rd Sunday of January. Kadawugan sa Mactan, week-long commemoration of historic battle. Palawud Festival. Karansa Festival held every 3rd Sunday of September. Sinanggio Festival is highlighting the planting, harvesting, and Thanksgiving. Dinagat Festival celebrate the livelihood and fishing culture. Siquijor, Buguas Festival held in San Juan to celebrate the bountiful harvest. It was celebrated during August. Dilaab Festival celebrate every October 1. Solili Festival held in Lassi every September. Lubi Festival celebrated during May 21. Plasan Festival, the annual provincial festival held every October. Sandurat Festival celebrated during third week of November. Tawataw Festival, people of Bayawan annually celebrate on the 18th of February. Pasayaw Festival during March 18.
For the major ethnic group, Visayans or mga Bisaya ay isang ethno-linguistic group na nagmula sa buong area ng Visayas. Sila ang pinakamalaking ethnic group sa bansa. They have 4 subgroups: the Hiligaynon, the Waray-Waray, Cebuano, and the Bicolano. For Central Visayas, the major ethnic group in the Central Visayas are the Cebuano and Bicolano. Cebuano, also known as Cebuan or Subbuhanon, the second largest ethno-linguistic group after the Tagalogs. The Cebuano constitutes the major ethnic population and cultural influence in the southern Philippines, making Cebuano as the lingua franca of the southern Philippines. Brief information about Cebuano. The earliest European record of the Cebuano was by Antonio Pigafetta. He provided some samples like documents of the Cebuano language. And later, early Spanish colonists referred to the Cebuanos and the other Visayans as the Pintados or the Pintador dahil sa practice nila noon na pagtatato bilang tanda na pakikipaglaban nila. Next is the Boholano or Bolanon. The Boholano or Bolanon speak a variation of Cebuano with minor changes in their pronunciation. Sad to say, kung ano man ang natirang tradisyonal na kultura ng mga Boholano ay matagal na nawala. The southern Bohol is known for unique hunting specialization for whales, dolphins, sharks, and mantas. For brief information about Boholano, like Cebuanos, tinawag din na Pintados ng mga Espanyol ang mga Boholano. Ang salitang Bohol ay nagmula sa native word na Bohol. And sa isla ng Bohol, ginanap ang pinakaunang international treaty for peace and unity between the native king Datu Sikatuna and the Spanish conquistador Miguel Lopez de Legazpi on March 16, 1565 through San Lugo.
Major industry in Region 7, first in Bohol. The industrial sectors are limestone mining, glucose manufacturing, and galvanized iron sheet. Factory, soft drinks bottling plant, food processing, metal craft, and furniture processing. The major marine products are fish, prawn, lobster, crab, and seaweed. Bohol is famous for its tourism industry in the Visayas region. Next is Cebu. The industry includes not only traditional furniture and handcrafts manufacturing, and advanced high-tech sector with such major export products as watch, semiconductor, camera, and electrical equipment. In order to attract foreign investment and encourage export, special economic zones have been established in Cebu. Next one is Negros Oriental. The main sector include agriculture, cottage industry, industry and tourism. The major agriculture products are copra, rice, corn, vegetable, fruit, abaca, and tobacco. The cottage industry mainly includes stonecraft, cloth weaving, basket knitting, food processing, and reservation and t-shirt printing. The industry is made up of sugar manufacturing or mining and construction. The major in tourism resources are the green villages, high mountains, and cave adventure, pretty beach, world-class marine resources preservation zone, charming shallow water area, and playful dolphin and whale. The last one but not the least, Siquijor. Despite the range terrain, agriculture is still predominant sector in the province. and some 13,600 hectares are under agricultural cultivation. The major crops are corn, coconut, cassava, rice, mango, and junk fruit. The main export product are copra, knitting craft, toy and garment. These are 18 hectares of forest land with a rather high production of timber.
The languages in Central Visayas region is dominated by the four native languages: the Cebuano, the regional lingua franca spoken in all provinces; Bantayanon, spoken in Bantayan Island; Boholano, spoken in Bohol; Porohanon, spoken in Camotes Island; and Hiligaynon, spoken in western Negros Oriental. Also, people in the Central Visayas region can speak in English, and I think they have a very nice English accent. For the greetings, Cebuano greetings for good morning, good afternoon, and good evening is maayong buntag, maayong hapon, and maayong gabi. For welcome is malipayong pag-abot, how are you, kumusta man ka, what's your name, unsa inyong pangalan, thank you, salamat kaayo, you're welcome, walay sapayan. And last, excuse me, may I ask something? Kadyot lang, pwede mangutana. Kadyot lang, pwede mangutana. For Hiligaynon phrases, they are similar to Cebuano greetings. And dalawa lang ang nakita kong medyo naiba sa Cebuano, which is the welcome. The welcome in Hiligaynon is dayon, and good morning is maayong aga, hindi maayong buntag. For Boholano greeting, they are similar, very similar to Cebuano greeting. Ang pinagkaiba lang is yung Y ng Cebuano naging J sa Boholano. Well, Boholano is known for having a J tongue. So, karamihan sa mga dialect nila is karamihan nasasabi nila yung J. Like, for good day everyone, maadjong adlaw sa inyong tanan. For good morning, good afternoon, and good evening is maadjong buntag, maadjong hapon, and maadjong gabi. And for thank you is salamat kaadyo. Interesting trivia. First trivia is Cebuano are the first Filipinos. Upon the arrival of Luis Lopez de Villalobos, he named Cebu, Bohol, Leyte, Negros, and Panay as Las Islas Filipinas, making the inhabitants of the very first Filipinos. Second trivia. Cebuanos had their own script. Kung mga Tagalog ay may bigbayin, meron na sarili ang mga Cebuano. Gumawa rin sila ng sarili ng script at tinawag itong kudlit kabadlit na kamukha ng baybayin. Third trivia, Negros Oriental was once removed from Central Visayas. By virtue of Executive Order Number 183 issued on May 29, 2015 by President Aquino, the province of Negros Oriental was removed from Central Visayas to form the Negros Island region, along with the Negros Occidental and its capital, Bacolod. But later, in 2017, August 9, Negros Oriental and Dumaguete City was backed into Central Visayas. Duterte dissolved the Negros Island region, revoking the Executive Order Number 183. Fourth trivia. Siquijor as Isla del Fuego. Tinawag ng mga Espanyol na Isla del Fuego or Island of Fire ang Siquijor dahil sa maraming alitap-tap na nag-appear tuwing gabi. And last but not the least, the magic of Siquijor. Siquijor is known throughout the history for its mystery, along with the claim by the locals who live there. These people use magic in doing their job, serving as shamans, sorcerers, and witches for those who are seeking their services. These are the reason why Siquijor has been dubbed as Magic Island. According to people living around Siquijor, two kinds of witches exist in the province. These are the shamans and sorcerers. These two groups usually fight with each other. The sorcerers, or the mambabarang, or the mangkukulam, are seek to destroy or inflict harm to other people, while the shamans, or the mananambal sa salita nila, or albularyo sa salita natin, are there to heal and to save lives.
In day 1, there are 3 options. Option 1 is a beach day trip in Mactan Island, Cebu City tour including the Magellan's Cross, Santo Niño Church, and Fort San Pedro for the option 2. You can do this option for 2 hours. And the option 3 is spend 3 hours in Mactan Island and 2 hours in Cebu City. After that, you can check in Robes Pension House that is near Cebu City Pier and eat dinner at Abaca. Just take a cab to Ayala Mall or Crossroads, Banilad to get there. For day 2, you have one option. The first destination is the Osmeña Peak. You can do activities like photo taking. The next destination is the Santander Pebbles Resort. While on the way, you can eat goto near the Dalaguete Junction. To arrive at Santander Resort, you can take habal-habal from Liloan Port. You can check in at the resort, swim in the beach, and eat dinner at the resort or nearby food stalls. For the third day is your arrival in Lorena Port in Siquijor. You have a half-day tour with 10 destinations. First is the Sandugan Marine Sanctuary for picture taking. Next is Tulapos Marine Sanctuary. Third is Kaiisyong House for picture taking. Fourth and fifth are the Salagondong Forest Reserve and Salagondong Beach. Cambugahay Falls for the 6th destination. St. Francis of Assisi Convent for the 7th destination. The century-old Balete Tree and Mount Malabahok or Bandilaan for 8th and 9th. And the last is the Lazi Church. After the half-day tour, you can visit San Juan Beach for sunset viewing and check in a lodge or hotel in San Juan. For the 4th day, the first activity will be swimming at Siquijor Port and photo taking at Siquijor Church. Next is tour of San Juan Beaches, Cagusuan Beach, Tubod Marine Sanctuary, and Patilon Beach. After the beach tour, you can go back to the hotel, freshen up, and check out. Arrive at Siquijor Port to buy ferry tickets to Dumaguete, and once you arrive at the destination, you can check in the White Knights Hotel.
That is all for our discussion. We hope you were able to learn a little more about Region 7 or in the Central Visayas. Thank you for listening.